Kingdom men, protect her from your family. Hi everyone, it's Maria Maumela. Thank you for joining me. The Lord said, it's the Lord that ordained marriage. It is the Lord that said, a man shall leave his mother and father and shall cling to his wife, and the two shall become one. So now, as a person coming from a home and a family you're from, you already know the difficult people. You know which person is rude, who is disrespectful, who is insensitive, who is this, who's this, who's that. So let us exercise wisdom in exposing the people we love to such people. Or sometimes you find you have no problem with a particular person, but when you introduce your partner, you realize that there's a level of disrespect. They're not accepting her, or they're disrespectful to her. You cannot expect her to stand up to the person. It is you that has the power to speak to the person and tell them to be less gentle, to be more kind, to be more gracious to her, and things of the sort. And also, if you realize the behavior not changing, and you should know your person, you can see that my person is comfortable with this person. They're on edge, and nervous when this person is around, and try to protect them from those people who are just there to come and kill your union. It's a shame that you can it's a shame that you can be in a place where everybody's married, and yet you can come with your person and have some people envy you, envy your wife, or envy your marriage. A person can envy the husband and just envy the marriage, and you wonder, why is this so? Because everybody else here has got a person. Like, what's the problem? Shouldn't we all be happy? But envy and jealousy, it's real. So you do not know who's against you, or you don't know who is for you and who's not against you. The only thing you can do is to look at people's actions. People's actions do not lie. So do not try to force your wife down people's throats, those who do not understand her, those who do not accept her. Okay, especially people who are not of the same faith. You know, you and your wife understand your calling and your purpose, and you want to hold on to that. And you do not have to hold on a sermon trying to explain to people why you do things the way you do. You just have to tell them that you've decided on the route you've decided on, and you trust that they'll respect that they'll respect you, and that they'll respect your wife. Your wife needs you to stand up for her and to speak for her. It's not all the time when you have to do it when she's there. Like with the members of your family, can just be talking to someone on the side and said, I don't know, I heard you speak to her, I just feel a little bit too harsh. I feel like you need to give her more time to adjust to the family, to know everybody, to know how we do things here. So you have the power to make things easier for her, because when you go out to meet up with your family, you would love for her to come. You don't want to allow little situations like that, because those are little foxes which can discourage her from wanting to be a part of your family gatherings, because she's afraid of one person, two, or just a group of three people, something which could just be dealt with. And also, if she comes to you to say, I don't feel comfortable with this person because they did this or they said that, it's good to give a listening ear and not be like, I don't know, I think you're too sensitive, you're too this. Try to see what it is you can do to try and resolve the situation, or give her advice like, okay, I know this person, this is how we deal with this person. But you need to be aware that the people who are difficult, people who are just difficult in accepting her or in getting along with her, it would just be awkward to have them now come to your house. So as much conflict as you can resolve, you need to resolve. And this is your home, both your home. You want to bring people you both get along with. And anyone who does not want to accept or get along with your wife, you want to keep that person far from her as much as possible, up until they learn to understand and to accept that she is part of the family. And this also goes both ways, because you would not want to be bossed around by your wife's brothers. You don't want them coming and just throwing their weight around in your house, and making you feel less than, making you feel like you are not the man of the house, and there you are not being able to speak up because you're trying to maintain peace, and because they are the brothers to your wife. Okay, In any situation, always imagine it if it was happening to you. Always try to put yourself in her shoes, because you never know, you might find yourself in that same situation, and depending on how you handle the situation, you could have the power and the means to sort the matter out. And if you do not and you drop back, you will find yourself tomorrow in that same position. She might also just hold back, stand back, and let you handle it, so that you know how it feels. And this is kingdom marriage we are talking about. So we want everything to be just less stressful, and we're trying to just keep away from strife, trying to keep this as godly as possible, keep it a God thing as possible, displaying the fruits of the Spirit while showing wisdom as well. So, kingdom men, you have the power to protect her. You're protecting her, is protecting her also from people who could kill the union, people who are coming to put in cracks in your relationship. if if I have a family member whom I know does not like my partner, if I spend too much time with that person, it's only a matter of time before they start to poison me against my partner. That is why the Bible says you shall leave, literally leave physically. This is the reason why there are many people whom, when they get married, they go far. This is not done. This is not done by mistake. Is usually deliberate, because I myself have realized that the couples who live far from the family, from both sides of the family, have a better chance of overcoming even their problems, because it's just the both of them, and there is no temptation of going to your family and telling them what had happened, or the slip of the tongue, or whatever little issues that seems to break out when the families are close. And even the families themselves are not there to see the little dramas that pop up. Y'all are able to have problems, sort them out, iron them out, and every time you come out to see the family, always look intact. You always look clean. You always look like everything is going right, and everything is as straight as an arrow. Okay, so there are advantages and disadvantages of having a family. I can understand for the support or for the need to helping with the children, but there's a reason why the Bible said leave, physically leave, because there are sometimes there can be just cons such as that's just overrides the pros. Okay, thank you guys. God bless.